We are live now.
All right, then. Well, very good afternoon to everyone who has streamed live, who is there at the moment on Facebook Live. Well, my name is Rohan Mehta. I'm the marketing manager for Capilano University. I represent one of the finest institutes, one of the finest public institutes that we have in Canada. We are based in North Vancouver side of Canada. So the climate and the standard of lifestyle, the standard of education is that it's paramount. Well, I am very thankful to the ones who are here online who can view us. And what we'll be going through today, we'll be talking a little bit more about Capilano University. You all will be able to understand the broader aspect of Capilano, the things that you won't find on website and the social media. So just one-to-one, just one-on-one, couple of things that I would like to share. We will also have a Q&A session wherein you can ask as many questions as you want. I will definitely request you all to keep this session as interactive as you can. MKP Overseas, with coordination with Mr. Kiran, has provided us all with a wonderful platform to ask questions, to understand more, clarify all the doubts that you have, and be at a better space. So let's take advantage of that. Now, first talking about Capilano University. Capilano University, like I said, one of the prime universities, finest universities. It has been into establishment since more than 50 years. So it has been growing leaps and bounds since. ये कोई ऐसी यूनिवर्सिटी नहीं है जो कल ही इंट्रोड्यूस हुई हो, जो DLI, things like that. This is very well renowned university, not just in Canada, not just in Vancouver, but all throughout America and all throughout the globe. With this university, if you notice, in 50 years of time, it has been growing with leaps and bounds. यहाँ पे एडवांटेज हमारे लिए क्या है? 50 years ड्यूरेशन में, मोर देन 50 years ड्यूरेशन में हमने इतने सारे प्रोग्राम्स इंट्रोड्यूस किए हैं, इतनी सारी डिग्रीज इंट्रोड्यूस की है, और एक चीज को ध्यान रखते हुए कि स्टूडेंट का प्रेजेंट, स्टूडेंट का फ्यूचर कैसे अपग्रेड हो. Because for us, we have to see to it that the student's past is taken into consideration, what the student has studied, what his or her interests are, what the student's present is, what is it that he or she is looking for, and the future that they are looking forward to. So we have to take those things into consideration. Anytime we are customizing, tailoring a course, a degree, we take these things into consideration. Now, when I talk about Capilano, firstly, it is, I keep saying this 50 years, more than 50 years, it comes with a lot of credibility. With this establishment, it is NWCCU affiliated, NAA accredited, it is DLI designated, और बहुत सारे, ये सब तो सारे key factors है, पर और इसके साथ बहुत सारे associated factors है that makes Capilano University what it is, that makes it stand out. So these are the things that I always, when people ask me, what is it to promote, what is it to talk about Capilano, it's the pride that I take in, ये सब चीजें बताने के लिए, क्योंकि मुझे पता है मैं जो Capilano University के बारे में बोल रहा हूँ, I know what I'm talking about, when I'm introducing Capilano to students. There is credibility, there is a lot of potential, a lot of input with a lot of output. So these are the things. Ab koi bhi university ho, the main focus for the university is its location. Students jab jate hai, students ke liye important factor ban jata hai location. Parents jab students ko send out karte hai, their important criteria is, अच्छा मेरा जो बच्चा है, is he in good locality? उसको आगे पीछे अगर कोई कम्युनिटी चाहिए, इंडियन सपोर्ट चाहिए, एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ थिंग्स, तो क्या उसे वो मिलेगा? That is something we are proud of, again provided that we are established in one of the best locations in Canada. Vancouver itself, if you compare it to other places, if you compare it to other cities, it has the highest HDI. Canada, one of the countries with the highest HDI itself. HDI stands for high standard of, I think high human development index. This is very important क्योंकि आप जा रहे हो, you want to feel like you are studying overseas. You want that vibe, वो एक जुनून मिलता है, एक जोश मिलता है. So ये Capilano University provide करती है. Now, again, talking about Vancouver, talking about Canada, these are the things that Canada, jo Capilano located hai, it is located in north side of Vancouver, which gives you a very, very good, vantage point. Aap aju baju dekhoge, you're surrounded by nature. You're surrounded by mountains. You're surrounded by creeks and valleys and things like that. ये तो फिर ऐसा नहीं हो जाता है कि आप सिर्फ टूरिज्म पे ही, but if you go 20 to 30 minutes away, आप CBD area में आते हो, which is very very well renowned. CBD area बहुत बहुत established है. जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज ज्यादा रहती है. अगर आपको मिंगलिंग करना हो, नेटवर्किंग करना हो, तो उसमें भी बहुत सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज अवेलेबल है. So these are a couple of things when you talk about Capilano's location. Another thing that comes to my mind is when we talk about the university, location तो बहुत perfect है क्योंकि location provide करता है आपको एक study environment. When you get that study environment, you feel like studying. बहुत cliche sound होता है, बहुत filmy sound hota hai, but this is the truth. When you go in the right environment, when you study in the right environment, you are actually motivated to study. You are actually feeling like, okay, I want to be a part of this community. So that is again really true. But quality of education, हम अगर क्वालिटी ऑफ एजुकेशन की बात करेंगे, तो एक चीज आप जरूर ध्यान रखिएगा, कैपिलानो यूनिवर्सिटी पब्लिक फंडेड यूनिवर्सिटी है, तो हमें क्वालिटी ऑफ एजुकेशन पे बहुत फोकस करना होता है. We have to see to it that the quality of education remains at its paramount. We also have to see to it that there is no compromise in quality of education as well. तो ये कुछ चीजें हमें ध्यान रखनी पड़ती है, एंड ये चीजें हम बहुत अच्छे से ध्यान रखते हैं, because it is our priority. जब students from all across the world आ रहे हैं, we want to see to it that they get the best that they are going for. अब क्वालिटी तो फोकस हो गई है, बहुत अच्छी क्वालिटी है, वी ऑल नो, इट्स रिकॉर्डेड. विकिपीडिया से लेके लिंक्डइन से लेके एवरीवेयर you'll find Capilano's quality of education is most spoken of. Now what I want to focus a little bit more on is affordability. Yes, our tuition fees are very very much affordable. We want to see to it that students from all across the spectrum can afford the tuition, the education, the quality of education that we provide. And that is why we keep our tuition fee at its minimum. We also see to it कि सारी चीजें transparent हो. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि कुछ hidden cost है, things like that. We want to see to it that everything is transparent over there. Those are a couple of things I think that brings out as focus. Another thing that is very very important is आपने quality तो अच्छी है, tuition fee structure भी बहुत बढ़िया है, पर एक interaction होना चाहिए students और teachers के बीच में. That interaction is very important. The reason being, when you interact, ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए, एक stone cold environment नहीं लगना चाहिए. Teacher, professor should be able to answer your questions. They should be able to address your grievances, your concerns, and things of that sort. So that is why it is very, very important that we see to it कि एक networking, एक बहुत अच्छा interaction, social interaction maintain हो. That again becomes very, very important. Now, one thing that you will notice, जब आप when you are studying in universities like Capilano University, it becomes very important कि एक standpoint मिले wherein you are interacting with industry experts, with marketing professionals, CEOs and MDs and huge big managers, high honkos of these industries. It becomes very important. because this will help you form that network, the network that you are looking for. This will help you understand why, what is it that you're studying. And once you step out of the university, this is what you'll be looking forward to. So ये एक बहुत crucial point हो जाता है. This is something Capilano University provides as well. This is something Capilano University takes pride in as well. So ये एक बहुत important point भी बन जाता है. You can ask them questions. You can understand from their point of view as well. Okay, this is what I'll be looking forward to. This is what I am learning, and these are the things I have to learn further ahead to be at the best position that I can. If I want to settle down, if I want to work ahead, look for more job opportunities, these are the things that I'm, hoping to get. Now talking about, ये एक बहुत important aspect था जो हमें बात करनी थी, पर अभी programs कौन से available है? What are the programs that we have? We have programs ranging from, I can talk about programs ranging from, let's say, associate programs, diploma programs, bachelor's programs, post-baccalaureate programs as well. Students, from arts, science, commerce, tourism, management, NABU, business, communication, all of those students can be a part of Capilano University. So we cater to students from all across the platform. This is one of the very important things. Abhi aapko, if you are interested in tourism, if you're interested in business, in management studies, all of those things will be taken care of. Now moving ahead, let's understand. I want to pick out a couple of programs that might, ignite the fire inside you. Firstly, tourism. Tourism is a very, very important sector in very profitable sector in Vancouver. If you notice, tourism itself is, Vancouver relies heavily on tourism, and Capilano University has taken advantage of that. We promote tourism at its best because, like I said, coming back to my first point, we are located, we are nested in such a place wherein, we get the best advantage, we get the best of tourism. The whole of tourism sector is, right in front of us. We have programs starting from bachelor's, diploma with co-op option. We have post-baccalaureate programs such as global hospitality and tourism management program, things of that sort. So a lot of those programs are very much available for the students. Students need to take advantage of these programs. Ielts requirement, we have academic requirement, Ielts requirement as well. Academic requirement is 60%. Ielts requirement is 6.5 with not less than 6 in any band. We do have some courses wherein we do accept, lower Ielts band like 5.5, 6. But again, MKP Overseas will be able to tell you more about it. Once you contact them, tell them more in regards to learning about the programs that we have to offer. Tourism is one of the sectors that you should focus on in Capilano University. There are different things that you'll be learning in tourism, perhaps more about marketing aspect, financial, aspect. Very important thing that I did not know initially that you can learn from tourism is revenue management. Revenue management for the sector becomes very, very crucial. It is a very strong backbone point, and Capilano University is providing it at its best. So take full advantage of that. Try to understand more of it. Try to get a gauge of it. What is it that you'll be learning? How is it that you'll be further expanding, tourism sector, things like that. Now, further, what we'll be talking about will be the business programs. The business programs are something, again, business and management is something that connects us. It's like connecting the dots. It forms a good network. So irrespective of what programs you select, irrespective of what sector you go in, business and management is always going to come in handy. To understand, we have programs in business starting from certificate programs. We have associate programs, diplomas, bachelor programs, post-baccalaureate programs, and two very, very premium programs that I would like to talk about. NABU and NABU Applied. NABU is a 1-year program, whereas NABU Applied is a 2-year program. Getting more into the depths of NABU and NABU Applied, let me first tell you a little bit more about these other tourism and other management programs. Sorry, business and management programs. Understanding business point of view, understanding management point of view becomes very crucial. It covers all aspects in terms of, talking about communication, marketing, accountancy, finance, things like that, financial planning, reporting, project management. These are the things that get covered very crucially. And do look into these programs as well. There are a couple of requirements that we have for prerequisites that we have for, business programs. MKP Overseas will be able to tell you a little bit more about it once you get in touch with them. What are the requirements? Aggregate needed 60%. Ielts requirement is 6.5 with not less than 6 in any band. There are some programs where math, science, or accounts will be needed. So do get in touch with them and they'll be able to tell you more about it. Now, coming back to the very important program that we have, NABU and NABU Applied program. NABU is a 1-year program, whereas NABU Applied is a 2-year program. The key factor that differentiates these two programs with other programs is that NABU and NABU Applied is, firstly, it's in huge demand. It's very competitive in nature. It's most asked for. Reason being, these are mini management programs. You learn everything about management. You learn everything about business from these two programs. 1-year program will tell you about everything, again, in regards to management, communication, business aspects, corporate world, whereas 2-year program will tell you more about, specialization of these programs. If you can specialize in marketing, if you can specialize in finance, like corporates and things like that. So that again forms a very, very important, standstill for us. And again, it becomes very important to understand these two programs. A very key factor that you will understand with NABU Applied is that you can have a 4-month of practicum aspect, internship aspect with NABU Applied, which will form a very good pillar stone for you when you want to look for further jobs, if you want to look for more jobs, if you want to look for better opportunities in the same prospect. So these are the programs that we have at the moment. We have plenty other programs, but these were the programs I wanted you to have more focus towards. Now, what we'll do is we'll look out for some questions that we may have, from the students, if there are any questions. Mr. Kiran, if you could assist me with the same.
Yeah, sure, Rohan. There is a question which talks about what are the extracurricular activities that we have.
Very good. The extracurricular activities, Capilano University, as I mentioned before, is located in such a, the location itself plays such a key role. If you look, just around, if you just visit CIE office, they'll tell you more about it as well. You can go hiking with Seymour Mountain and, like those mountains, big and majestic mountains. You can go visit Lynn Creek, Lynn Valley, and things like that. You can go visit CBD area, downtown Vancouver, have a visit through that. Very important thing that you can do over there is if you go a little bit farther ahead, you can go visit Surrey. Surrey is a district with, a good Indian diaspora. So you can always go, if you're feeling a little bit homesick, a little bit isolated, go visit there, have a, try out different restaurants, meet and greet people, enjoy the community and, be a part of it actually.
Wow, that's a wonderful. I mean, student will definitely have a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
In that case. We had a couple of other questions, as in what kind of a support system we are providing to them when they land there and from Capilano point of view.
Very good. So with Capilano, we have a very, very strong student support system. This student support system is called CIE. Center for International Experience. This, this will help the students in regards to enrollment, in regards to admission process, in regards to answering all their questions and queries, pertaining to the programs, navigating to the university, to the campus of the university. As Mr. Kiran, you must have noticed the campus is majestic,
Yeah.
really huge. So students tend to get lost as well. So they can always, take assistance from CIE. All the small and big concerns can be addressed there and then. So
Sure.
again, I would just say, if you have concerns pertaining to it, you can alternatively make a note of the email, which goes as subcontinent1@capilanoU.ca. I repeat, subcontinent1@capilanoU.ca. This will, just email it to them. They'll be able to help you there and there, in regards to whatever you need.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much for a brief details. Now there are a couple of other questions where they want to understand the difference between NABU programs and MBA programs. So they want to a better understanding of what are the differentiation.
Very good. So understanding, firstly, let's understand NABU and let's understand MBA programs. If you talk about NABU program, I mentioned before, like NABU is a mini management program. Whereas, MBA program is hardcore management that you are studying. The advantage, before getting into the advantage, let's understand the prerequisites.
Yeah.
When you study for MBA programs, you require 3 to 5. Now, I'm saying this for good MBA programs, wherein you get something out of these programs. So, for these programs, the minimum requirement is 3 to 5 years of work experience. You may perhaps require GRE, GMAT. You may require a certain amount of background, job analysis, things of that sort, and a lot of depth is needed. Only then it's more like an executive program, because you
Okay.
have background in marketing, in finance, in perhaps in program management, in portfolios. That's when you pursue for MBA programs. Whereas if you talk about NABU and NABU applied programs, these are groundwork programs. These are fundamental programs wherein your only prerequisite is your motivation. You should be, driven in regards to understanding what you want. Again, academic prerequisites for these two programs particularly are very high. We require at least 65%. Ielts requirement is 6.5, not less than 6 in any band. But these prerequisites are high because these are two very premium programs. There is a lot that you learn, and it's not, we don't expect you to know things. We want you to have that, that motivation to know everything without expectation of knowing these things. So again, concrete programs, very fundamental groundwork programs. So we want to cement that so that, if you're coming tomorrow, when you enter the corporate world, you're prepared, you're all geared up, all armed up with what you know with these two programs. Another speciality is that you're geared up with the internship, with the practicum aspect of it. So that gives you more power, more voltage when you get into these things. It helps you understand in terms of understanding what you are studying, what you have, how do you imply, how do you execute what you've studied. So that's what makes these two programs special. One very small line that I would like to add is NABU is always in synchrony with CAPU. So NABU and CAPU is always in synchrony. ये ऐसे programs है जो आपको और कहीं नहीं मिलेंगे. Only CAPU tailored programs. So
Okay.
that is what makes these programs very special, and that is how you differentiate these programs, and that is how they stand out, from MBA programs and other programs as well.
Absolutely. So, very nice understanding, I think, for most of the students who are currently live. Also, you have definitely explained in detail about tourism, but can you throw some more light on the tourism programs, how it can be helpful for them in future in terms of job perspective or any other areas?
Absolutely, absolutely. So tourism, as I mentioned, it's a huge sector in Canada, and more than Canada, especially in Vancouver, Vancouver relies very, very heavily on tourism, be it virtual tourism, be it digital, be it different aspects of tourism, marketing, financing, revenue understanding, revenue management, creating portfolio. So it becomes very, very important. It's a very profitable sector.
Yeah.
That is why, being located, taking advantage of our location, we are located in such a we are nested in one of the best and most touristy areas, not just in Vancouver but all across Canada. So this gives students a very good, it gives them a vantage point in regards to understanding tourism from a better point of view. So
Yeah.
that's why tourism itself is very much promoted in Canada. And the programs that we have, if you notice, these programs are very much catered with co-op options. They are catered with internship, with a lot of interaction from the industry experts, wherein you understand more from their point of view as well, and they help you understand as well. Uh,
Correct.
Mr. Kiran, one thing, as mentioned before, revenue management, it wasn't something I gave it that got me into understanding. But getting into the more depths of it, I understood how important revenue management is for tourism sector and how much it can get neglected in other countries. And
Yeah.
when you talk about Canada, how much of importance Canada is giving to revenue management in the tourism sector. So these are the things that play a vital role for the students in regards to understanding them.
Absolutely. Because when you understand to study the revenue of any organization, your role is very, very important and crucial in that organization.
Absolutely.
So understanding of revenue with these courses gives you a lot of ability into your core knowledge, and then the sky is the limit.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
A few more things. Students wanted to understand how many backlogs can be accepted at Capilano. And if I have 5 or 5.5 band, is there a possibility that I can be enrolled into Capilano?
So, Capilano University, I'll merge these two questions into one answer.
Okay.
No university believes in one factor. We don't like differentiating students on their per quota, that, oh, you have so many backlogs, you have such a huge gap, or, your IELTS score is really less. We look into all things, because sometimes what happens is, even if your IELTS score is less, you might be a very bright student. And that is where we do provide students with opportunities with some courses wherein we accept them with lower IELTS score.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. Coming back to tourism, I'll give you an example of Diploma in Tourism Management International. Over here,
Mm-hmm.
we do accept students with lower IELTS of 5.5 with not less than 5 in any band. We,
Okay.
we do accept students with backlogs, but please see to it that all your backlogs are cleared once you apply. All your
Okay.
backlogs are cleared, all your gaps are justified, and you have a minimum, the academic requirement or the IELTS requirement is met. Just see to it that these criteria are met.
Sure. Sure. So I think that suffices almost all the questions, and you have very well answered to all the questions. So I don't see any further questions coming from my team.
All right. Thank you very much. It was a very interactive Q&A session as well. Before we come to the closure, I would just like to add one more thing. Be it Capilano, be it any university, if you want to study overseas, please see to it that, you explore the website, explore the digital medium, because, if you're talking about Capilano University, we have a very, very well updated website as well, wherein you can get all the information, especially information pertaining to COVID crisis, information pertaining to the important dates that we have, to the programs, updating on programs, like new programs that we are introducing, some programs that can help you out as well, tuition fee structure, things like that. So keep yourself updated as well. We are very active on social media as well, be it professional sites, such as LinkedIn, be it Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. So do see us over there. Do learn a little bit more about us, and if there is again anything that you have queries and questions about, I'm very much positive that MKP Overseas is always there to help you, with a quick glance.
Yes, definitely, Rohan. With your support, we are able to answer almost all the questions and getting a lot of enrollments for the similar pathway. So thanks a lot for your guidance in terms of educating the students and everything.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'll take this opportunity to once again, extend my thank you to Mr. Kiran, to the team of MKP Overseas for providing the students with this fantastic platform wherein, they can clear their doubts. They can learn a little bit more about, Capilano University. And, in the meantime, I'll just say, stay safe, stay healthy, keep that positive mindset and just look for a better future.
Okay. Thanks,
Absolutely.
Rohan.
Thank you all and have a nice
Take
day.
good care of yourself. Yeah, bye bye.
Thank you.